have welcome to Live in the Session Studio. I am your host, Miss Nikki, also the host, also the Dean of Bubble Babes University. How's everybody doing this amazing Thursday night? I just want to say thank you all for joining in. It's an earlier time than we normally go on, just an hour earlier. Not really much, but I went on live just to make sure that you guys remembered we are on at 6 o'clock. I don't want you guys to miss this live show because this is going to be great for you to be prepared for the holiday season. You don't want to over purchase anything. You don't want to run out of anything. You want to make sure that you have everything that you need in order to have a successful holiday season. And we have Delmith of Inventora, and she's going to make sure that you guys have every single thing that you need. If there are any questions or anything like that you want to ask about the system because you're unsure, make sure you write those down so you can have them answered for you. I said that I wanted to dedicate this whole month into building relationships, getting you prepared, getting you ready for the holiday season so that you could launch your thing and you're not launching your thing to a bunch of, not to a bunch of anybody, to an empty room, right? So I didn't want you to launch your thing out to an empty room. And so I prepared you guys with everything that we had for the month to make sure that you are going to be properly prepared. And inventory is one of the biggest things that we fall into problems with, because I know for myself, sometimes I'm buying things more than once. Sometimes I'm waiting until it's all gone, and then I have orders for this thing. Now I got to wait for it to show up. And during the holidays, that's going to be a tough time for you to try to get inventory, especially if you have customized boxes, especially if you use holiday fragrances that may be sold out, and now you have to use something else and to what is the word, substitute it while you're trying to get the thing right, because you got to place the order, you got to make sure that you ship out the things, and so you have to do what you got to do during the holiday season. But we want to make sure that you are more stress less stress free. So let me see who is in the building tonight. All right, so we got Miss Linda in the building. She said good evening, everyone. Siobhan, hey girl. Siobhan is in the building. She said OMG, I love Inventora. We have Jasmine in the building. She said good evening, everyone. Make sure you hit the like as you make your way in. Yes, and yes. Betty Rose is in the building. Toya is in the building. She said good evening. Yolanda says hello, everyone. Hello, Sugar Orchid. Luxury Essentials. How are you doing this amazing evening? I don't understand how people use anything other than Inventora. Did you hear that, Delmy? They don't understand. All right, so we got Lakeisha Keisha in the building. Hey, Lakeisha Keisha. Naomi is in the building. She said good evening. Hey, Felicia. Felicia is back, girl. We miss you. Hello, everyone. Hello, Melinda. Hello. Good evening, new here. Welcome. We are happy to have you. Hey, Miss Quell. Miss Quell's in the building. And Deltra says good evening, everyone. So we are all caught up. So I hope you guys got your pen, your pad, your snacks, your drinks, whatever you need, so that you do not move, because you don't want to miss out on any of this information. Get prepared, get your questions together, and let's get into it. So I'm welcoming up our guest Delmith from Inventora, and she's been here before and she gave you guys the lay of the land, and today she is going to get into being holiday prepared, or prepared for your holidays, however you want to say it. All right, so everybody, let's welcome her into the building.
Yay! I'm so excited. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you for being here. I am very excited to have you here, because this is a time when everybody is going to be struggling. Not right here, right now, but when when it gets closer to the season, when they can't find their fragrance oils, when they don't find their bases, when they don't find their products. This is the time that everybody starts to struggle and panic.
Yeah, definitely. When you just emailed me about, hey, we went to do another webinar with you, I was like, this is the perfect time to do one specifically for the holiday season. I'm going to be sharing the new features that we have in the system as well for you to, if you already know the system, but you don't know how to use it and what's new in the system. I'm going to show you that today as well.
Okay, and that is so awesome. So, um, before, let's just get into a little bit, just for, if any, is anybody in here new, and don't understand, or don't understand, not understand, don't know what Inventora is? Anybody in here that does not know? And while I'm waiting for y'all can put ones in the chat. And while I'm waiting for you guys, if you're ready, I'm ready.
Okay, perfect. So I think basically this webinar is about how to use Inventora for the holiday season. If you don't know what's Inventora about, it's an inventory system that can help you keep track of your raw materials to the finished products, but we also help you keep track of your sales, customers. You can sync your e-commerce shop as well to the system if you have Etsy, WooCommerce, Shopify, Square, or Wix. You can sync your Shopify or your shop to the system so you can have everything in just one place. Um, Inventora was created by a candle maker, Diana. She was struggling with keeping track of everything. She used to have a lot of spreadsheets, and she was only looking for something that automated her spreadsheets. And she was like, I need something that once I make a product, it deducts my raw materials so I can have my numbers correctly and accurate all the time. So her husband is a developer, so the perfect match. And she was like, hey, just help me with this with my spreadsheets. And he was like, you know what, I can build you a whole system for this. And yeah, so it was amazing. Now we are serving thousands of makers, and we are happy to do that. We are still improving the system, adding new features. And I know that a lot of you are candle makers, of course. So everything that has been added to the system has been thought by a candle maker as well. So I know that you're going to find it very useful for your business, not only for the holiday season, but for the day to day.
Yes, and that's important too, because trying to keep track of everything, everybody is usually pulling their hair out trying to keep track of their inventory, or like I was saying earlier, like if I have to make something and I ran out of that particular fragrance oil
Mhm.
or that particular thing, now I have an order that has to go out, and now I have to place an order so that I can
Yeah.
order the fragrance oil. Now I got to wait for it to show up, and then I can make the product. And that's kind of like putting me behind. My customer
Mhm.
is going to be unhappy, and I could have had better, organization so that I could, get my things out in a timely manner. So this is perfect. And again, not just for how like you said, not just for the holiday, but for all the time. And so we
Yeah.
had a few people who did not know what inventory is, but you did a great job at explaining. And also, say one more time, it integrates with Shopify, WooCommerce, and
Shopify, WooCommerce, Etsy, Wix, and Square.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I think we can start. I'm going to be sharing my screen today for you to see the system, how it looks like. I'm going to be using the business plan for this because we have the whole features there. But we also have a free plan. If you're just starting and you don't know if the system will work for you, you can start using the free plan. It doesn't expire, so it's good just for you to play around with the system and see if it fits your needs. And then you can transition to the business plan. I gave Bubble Babes a discount code. It's just $19, but with the discount code, you're going to have a 20% off for our yearly and monthly plan. So I'm going to start. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to explain how to use Inventora. Okay. So I know that, like Nikki was saying, with a holiday season, you need to be aware of your supplies, aware of purchasing additional supplies, holiday inventory, creating gift sets, collaborations, holiday promotions, and all of that. So you have to stay on top of that and start right now, right? A lot of businesses, I know that you start with handling everything for the holidays and prepping for the holidays since summer. So I think this is a perfect time for you to start and implementing inventory into your business in order to not running out of stock and have everything to make your customers happy. So um, basically, once you start using the system, I'm going to start explaining all the features because I know some of you don't know what features do we have. But if you already related to this, I'm just going to start adding the new features that we have in the system. So the materials page is the core of the system. Here is without the materials inputted, this system cannot function correctly. You would not be able to calculate your COGS. You would not be able to create production runs either. So this is like the core of how Inventora works because your products, your raw materials are the things that you use to make your products. So if you are already using spreadsheets, it's super easy. You can just import a CSV of your materials. This is going to be the first page that you see once you get into the system. So for example, here I'm going to say that I am going to um, upload a CSV. Let me just look for it. Okay, here I have one. And you see that we automatically match the columns of your CSV with the Inventora columns that have the same name. And for example, if you have name on Inventora, but here in your CSV, you have another name for that, but it's the same information, you can also match it, or you can click on known. I'm going to say product. If you have SKUs, category, supplier, you can also match it here. Once you click upload, you will see that we show you that it's success. You have imported your materials and you're going to see them here. I'm going to say you can organize this board as you want to. So the last order, it's going to show the ones that you updated right now. So you will see that you already have all your materials here. You need to have the stock level, the minimum stock level, the unit cost of your materials as well. This is very important for us to calculate all your costs and your also for you to know how to price your products. If you don't have a spreadsheet, that's okay. You can add materials manually. So you can enter a name. For example, I will say holiday candle container, candle jar. We have different material types. If it's sourced from a supplier, if it's made by me, that if you create the material as well to use it for your products, or if it's a fixed cost or untracked. This means that is something that doesn't affect your materials or your products, but it's something that you have in your stock. So it's something that you use. Okay, now you can also choose the stock unit type. You can choose for the holiday candle jar will be pieces, but here you can see all the unit types that we manage in the system. It's very detailed. The minimum stock level, it's very important, is the all on the number, the stock level that you always want to have in your shelves for all of the materials. And once you hit that number, if you see here, we have some in with the red text. This means that you're running out of stock, that you already hit that minimum stock level number, and that you need to order a new supply. You need to order new supplies for this material. Then you can add a cost per piece. For example, if you made a supply order with a bunch of products, but you need to know the cost per piece just for this specific material, you are going to click on calculate if you don't know. And we're going to ask you some questions for you to figure out that price. So, how many pieces did you buy? How much did you buy for the material? How much did you pay in tax? And how much did you pay for shipping? So once you click on all of those things, so for example, I will say, how many pieces did you buy? I bought 10. How much do you pay for the material? Let's say 60. And you see that we already show you here the cost per piece. Let's say that I paid $2 of tax and for shipping $4. It's just an example. So my cost per piece is going to be 660. If I click save, it will be here automatically. You can choose the suppliers. If you don't have the suppliers here, you can just create a new one and add the name holiday shop. For example, you can create a new supplier, add a category as well. You are, if you're new, you're not going to have all these options, but you can create your categories here as well. So you can put jars or holiday jars, for example, the last order date. You can add SKUs if you want to, if you use them. You can choose a photo for your material. You can enter some notes and you have advanced options. This is a new feature. You can also add a case size for this. So simplify audits by entering your standard case size for this specific material. Okay, I'm not gonna say that just for it was just an example. But here is like the main, like I mentioned, the core of the system. You can also edit the stock level of your materials. For example, with the spreadsheets, we can only erase the number and that's it. Nothing happened. You only updated the number and that's accurate. But when you automate that process of inventory management, and if you want to do it correctly, you need to have a reason that of saying why are you changing the number that you currently have to not affect your numbers, correct? So for example, I will say that for soy wax, I'm going to edit my stock level. If I click here on the stock level of the soy wax, here it says update stock level. You can choose the type, whether it's a supply order or you did an audit and the numbers were different. If you use something for product testing or transfer between locations. Tracking multiple locations, it's also a new feature for the system, but it's not ready live. But I would love to show you how that works as well. So you can keep track, for example, if you have multiple locations, you have some of your products in your at home and you have a warehouse with other type of products, or you manage products in different locations, we can keep track of them separately in order to you for you to know your inventory in both of the locations. So, okay, I will say that I did a supply order for this and now I don't have 98 pounds. I have 150. I'll say that it's in my default location. And you see that we automatically give you the number of the stock level that you are going to have with this update. If you update this, because I added a supply order, we're going to show you this card and you need to add the supply order to the system for you to have everything in just one place. And for you to remember why are you making that changes. So here we already inputted everything for you. So if everything looks great, nothing change it, and you can just click save. And you will see that we automatically change the numbers for you. So it's super simple and super easy to use. Now, after you finish adding all your materials, you can move to products. On your left sidebar, you're going to click on products. Products are the items that you create using your materials. So these products are also synced to your e-commerce shop. Remember that Inventora syncs with Etsy, Shopify, Wix, Square, and WooCommerce. And keep in mind that when you update a product stock level, the link materials stock levels are also updated. So that's going to be super helpful for you. You don't have to make the calculations. You don't have to edit your material inventory um, all over again. The system will make that for you. So here in products, you are going to be able to do a lot of things. Here is where the magic happens. It's my favorite page of the system. You can import a CSV of your products, or you can add a product manually. So for example, you're going to create a holiday candle. You're going to put a product type if it's made by you, if you source it from a supplier, or if you want to keep track of a product bundle, you can do that here as well. I'm going to show you the product bundle just for you to know how that works, because it once adding a material, it's very similar um, of adding just one single product. So holiday candle set. The minimum stock level of the bundle, I'm going to say that I want to have always 10 bundles available. And you're going to start adding the products that are in this bundle. So I'll say that I'm going to add one apple candle, um, one citrus candle, and a balloon candle. It's just an example. You will see the cost breakdown per bundle. This is very helpful. So I know that I think I didn't put a price on this one, so it's just $2, and that's inaccurate, but it's an example. You're going to have the cost breakdown per bundle, and it's $2 for me. So you know that you can price your products for retail and wholesale, and based it on the cost breakdown per bundle and your profit margin, you're going to be able to price your products easier. So you can add a category. I'm going to say sets, SKUs. You can add your retail and wholesale price. And in your advanced options, you're also going to be available to add a case size. That it's the minimum order quantity that you offer for this product or for this product bundle. And also, if you already connected your e-commerce shop, you're going to be able to connect it uh, for with one of the products that you have in your e-commerce shop. You're going to have the list here of all the things that you have in your e-commerce shop, or you can create a new draft product. And if you click on create new draft product, we're going to give you a link on on top of the product card details, and you're just going to click there, and we will take you to your e-commerce shop, and you're going to have the listing not yet published. So you have to add the pictures, the description, your all the things that are involved in the listings of your e-commerce platform, and you're going to be good to go, and you're going to be able to have all your products connected. And you can choose the sync method. You can choose if you want to only show the stock level um, of this specific product, or a stock level plus capacity. I really love for the holiday season to use a stock level plus capacity for you to not start overspending your supply budget, because it will tell you how much of a product can you make with the materials that you have in stock. So for example, I will say, I'm going to click cancel here just to show you. Here, you're going to have the stock level. I have 10 pieces, and I have zero capacity for making this product. What is it saying this to me? So I know that I need to purchase the materials that are in this product to be able to offer more. But if I have 100 pieces available of capacity, I know that I don't need to buy more because I have enough materials in order to make more of this. So I think this is a game changer, and it's going to help you with your budget as well. If you have different if you have different sizes of one material of one product, so for example, I'll say that mini lavender 4 ounces, mini lavender 8 ounces, and mini lavender candle 12 ounces are the same product but different variants. You can select those three, and if you go to your three dots that are here in this button, you can click on it and you choose combine as variants. You're going to give them a product name, so mini lavender candle, it's fine for me, and you're going to change. You're able to change the variant name. So 12 ounces, 4 ounces, 8 ounces for me, it's perfect. I will click on combine, and you will see that I have it as a group. So it's going to be super useful to make your view of this page more organized. So this is some of the things that you can do here. It's very helpful. Also, if you add a product, a single product, holiday, let's say holiday product. If you say that it's made by you can choose the stock unit type, the minimum stock level as well, the default location and the other location, how many pieces do you have in each one of them, the batch size. So for example, I know that candles, you cannot make just one. You make 10 per batch. So I'm going to say that the batch size for this one, it's 10. And you're going to start adding your recipe. So I will say that I use, because my batch size is 10, I use 10 candle jars. I use 5 ounces of bamboo oil. This is just an example, guys. I don't know if my numbers are going to be accurate. I'm going to use paraffin wax, 5, let's see, okay. And you will see that we have the cost breakdown per piece as well. Because my batch size is 10, probably you don't know how much it costs you to do just one candle for you to be able to price it. So here we're telling you the cost breakdown per piece is 327. So I can say, okay, for wholesale, I can multiply it per 2. And for retail, I'm going to multiply this number per 4, right? You can add a category. So I will say candles. You can enter some notes, choose a photo for it. And also, if you want to connect it with one of the products that you have in your e-commerce shop, and also choose your sync method. This is very easy and super helpful in order for you to have all your data in just one place. Okay, so I think that's the overwhelming part of the system. The other features are super easy, are very helpful for you to have in order to make your business successful in the holiday season. So the next one, it's very important for this season, and it's purchases. Under purchases, here on your left sidebar, you're going to have your supply orders and your suppliers. On the supply orders page, you're going to likely be making a bulk of your sales during the holidays. So therefore, you're going to need additional supplies. It is important to know how much of your inventory you currently have and calculate how much you're going to need when figuring out how much inventory to order for the holiday season, of course. So here you will see all your supply orders, the suppliers, the total of each one of the supply orders that you have made, how many items did you purchase, and the date that you received them. So if you have this information, you're going to be able to know how much have you been spending, and if your numbers and your budget is really what you are looking for. And if you want to add a new supply order, once you receive it at your home, once you receive the box, you can click here on Receive Supply Order. and you will see this card. This card will tell you, will be asking you to add all the items that you have received in the supply order. So I will say that I received a package from Candle Science today at 3:32 p.m. I'm going to add the materials that I am buying from the suppliers. So I'll say that I buy 10 candle containers, um, 10 ounces of the bamboo oil, and 10 ounces of coconut oil. You'll see that we already added the unit price that you currently have in the previous supply orders. And if this number change, you will be able to see if it's expensive or is it cheaper than the last time, or if it's okay, if it stayed the same price. You can add discounts, your taxes, your shipping, your order number. If you want to be very organized and have everything here, you can choose a file and upload your invoice. And if you want to enter some notes. Once you click save, you will be able to see the supply order right away here in your list. And then you will have your suppliers. So this one is very helpful. You're going to be able to have all the information of your suppliers, the total spent in each one of them, how many orders have you made with each one of them, and the last order date. Also, if you find that some of the materials that you purchase from them are, you only buy them when they are on sale, you can add a note here, purchase this essential oil when on sale, for example. Or this essential oil is not good, don't buy this again from the supplier. So you will have all the notes here, so it's very useful for you to keep track of all the data that it's really helpful for your business. So if you click on add supplier, we are going to ask you the basic information of the supplier for you to have all the information here as well. Now we can move forward to sales. Sales is a chef kiss of the system. It's a really good page because you're going to be able to keep track of your e-commerce sales. And also, if you have a market or you did a in person event during the holiday season, this is very common. You can keep track of all your sales here. So if you had a market, you can add the sale manually. You're gonna click here on add sale, and you can choose if it was retail or wholesale. I'll say that it was wholesale. You can create a new customer, or if you already had the customer already into the system, it will show here. So I'll say that Inventora was my customer. I already have it here. If you click next, you're going to be able to add all of the items that this customer bought from you. I'll say that they bought one gift box and one bamboo candle. The price per unit is going to be here as well. If you change the price for the event specifically, you can change it here as well, or you can leave it as it is. Your subtotal was 60. You can add the taxes, discounts, and additional charges. And if it was free local pickup, if it was a market, that's the best option. Or if you're gonna ship this sale, you can choose ship, enter new address, and you're going to be able to add the address and everything here as well, and the shipping fee. Okay, so once you click next, this can happen. So for example, it says, how do you want to prepare this sale? If you want to use existing stock, I cannot do that because I have 0 bundles in stock. For the bundles, if just one of the products is hitting or is under your minimum stock level, it won't be available. So I know that I have to create a production run for the missing products, or I can create a production run for all the products in order to fulfill this order. So I'm going to say that I want to create a production run for just the missing product. Okay. So once you click save, you will see that you are going to be able to click to change the status of the sale, if it's just placed, prepared, fulfilled, or canceled, or refunded, and if it's already paid or unpaid. A good thing about the system is that it gives you all the details of each sale. So here, for example, my cost of goods were 850, my gross profit was 51, and my profit margin was 85%. So I will have all this data already and automatically in the system. Also, for each one of your sales, you're going to be able to create invoices that you can send to your customers. You can create add the invoice date, the due date, and a footer note if you want to add a message. If you click on create, you can send it to a customer, or you can open the invoice, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is how it is going to look like to your when you send it to your customer. Okay, if you click done, if you already have your e-commerce platform connected to Inventora, you are also going to be able to see them here. So for example, I have WooCommerce and Etsy connected. If you go to your left sidebar, you're going to be able to just see your Etsy sales or your WooCommerce sales, the name of the customer, the total, and the status as well, and the date of that sale. You saw that I created a production for that specific sale. So it would be showed here. So for the productions, this is like a Trello board inside Inventora. Productions will help you plan and manufacture what products you need to make. And this one, if you're planning to have a lot of events and you need to be able to have inventory to fulfill those events, this production feature is going to help you a lot to be able to see what you really need to make. What supply orders do you actually need to buy? And the time for you to be able to organize weekly or daily. Um, Also, if you have team members, you're going to be able to assign some productions to them as well. So you can, I'm going to show you how it looks like. If you click on new production run, holiday, I will say the name, it's holiday market. And you can choose if it's making inventory to stock or just for to fulfill an order. So I will say that I'm making this production for making inventory to stock. And the items that you need to make, you can upload a CSV for this if you already have a spreadsheet with all the products that you need to make, or you can select the products that you want to create. I'll say that I want to make 5 pieces of bamboo candle and 10 pieces of the apple candle. Here is what I said to you. If you have team members, you can assign it to a team member. You can be very specific. I need this by Saturday, and you can add some notes for example, use holiday packaging, for example. Once you click save, you are going to have it here in the plan column. If you click on it, you will be able to see the batch the batch size of your bamboo candle. If it my batch size is going to be 5, so I know that the materials that I need is 2.5 ounces of bamboo oil, 5 pieces of candle wick, and 2.5 pounds of soy wax. I know that I have everything in stock, so I'm good to go. And for the apple candle, I'm good to go as well. If you want to go and see in or see into your shelves where is your each one of those materials, you can click here on view all materials and you can print this list as well. So you can have all the data there as well. Click once you have everything in stock and you are good to go, you can start production. So I'll say that just here right now in my evening, I just did the 5 pieces of the bamboo can. You'll you'll see that we already moved the cart to the in progress section. And I'll say that okay, it's later today, and I'll say that I finished making the apple candle pieces, and I'll say that I completed the run. So I have my card on the completed section. You will see also that you can be able to just move this around and everything is going to be automatically. For example, I already make the holiday market production. My materials are going to be automatically deducted from my inventory. So my numbers, I'm going to be sure that are correctly and accurate at all times. After that, you can also see your reports. This one is also very useful for the holiday season. If you created a promotion or in December, for example, you want to say, or if you're planning some marketing things around how it you did last year, and I will say, I want to see how did I uh how did I do last year overall. You're going to be able to see that here, or you can be very specific. I just want to see how did I do, let's see, year to date. And you're going to see how these reports are going to be changing over time. So it's very, very helpful for you to, in order for you to know how did you do in a specific period of the year. We're going to give you a sales report, your total sales, number of sales that you did, the most popular products during that period, and your most active customers. That this is going to help you if you are using Inventora since last year, for example, or since the very beginning of the year. You can see here your most active customers, and you can reward them with a discount code or just a VIP sale for them for this holiday season. This is going to have a good response from your clients, from your customers, and it's going to help you have a better engagement with them. You can also see your materials reports, their inventory value during that period, materials purchased, your materials produced, your materials used, and the value of the product testing. Also, your top materials added and your slow moving materials. It's just the same for products. I think this one is very important because if you have a slow moving products, you can take advantage, and in the holiday season you can say, I'm going to give a 10% or a 50% off in this products for me to take them off my inventory and move on and don't do them again. And also your top products added. This means that maybe it's good to have them in stock and available for this holiday season for you to be able to have the favorite products that your customers like. And if you have the free version, I mentioned at the beginning that I'm showing the paid plan, but in the free version, you're going to be able to have just this type of reports. That is the inventory breakdown and the total value of the materials that you have in stock and the products that you have in stock. So you can be very specific. You can click on this on each one of the categories and see the value of each one of the materials and the value of each one of the products that you currently have in stock. Under more, you're going to be having um, the history page. You can review all the things that you have done and review by category and by team member. So, for example, I will say I want to see what Delmith did. Here, you will be able to see that. You can click undo on something if you just click save and you didn't want it to do that. So you can just click undo and everything is going to be back as it was before. And you can also see by category. If I want to say, I just want to see what have I done with my containers. You will be able to see all of that as well. You are going to be able to have your customers information. So this is going to be very helpful. You can add a new customer. Keep in mind if that you sync your shop, it will pull your customers too. So you see here that I have Etsy and WooCommerce customers and also the ones that I have been adding manually. If you see that they have a +1, it's because you have them not only on retail but also on Etsy or you on wholesale as well. If you add a new customer, we're just going to ask you the basic and general information from them for you to have this information in the system. You'll be able to see also how many sales have they made and the total spent on you. So I think this one is super valuable and it's going to tell you as well um, the loyal customers of your business. And last but not least, we have audits. Audits is very, very important because you're going to be able to know how actually the stock level that you actually have in stock. I recommend to do this every month, but I know sometimes we leave this for the last time of the year. But honestly, if you're going to start using an inventory system and if you want to have a healthy inventory management, doing audits bi-weekly or monthly is going to be super a game changer of your business. So if you click on perform audit, this it says stock level audits allow you to reconcile the differences between how much of a product or material you think you have and how many you actually have. So you can click on materials or products and then you can click on categories. I will say that I want to do an audit for all my materials and the default location you can choose if you want to do it in what specific location. If you click on start audit, you are able to print the stock level list and if you want to do it by hand or if you want to take your iPad, your phone or your laptop with you and walk through your shelves, you can just skip the process and do it digitally. You see that I have all my categories and the expected stock level that I should have and you're going to be able to write down the actual stock level that you have. If I put 100 here and I don't add an explanation, the system will tell you, hey, you need to add an explanation because there should be one, right? So I'll say that I did product testing with the 10 pieces. And you can go through all the list. And once you're done, you're going to complete audits. Click on back to audits, and you are going to have all the audits that you have made while using the system. When did you make it? And you can also view the audits whenever you want. And then I think those are like the main features of the system, and it's how it works. It's very complete. You're going to be able to have everything in just one place. And under your business name, if you go to settings, this is where are you going to have your basic information. You can add a logo, your website, your currency. Here is where you add your team members. If you click on invite team member, you just add the email and we're going to send them an invite and they're going to be able to log in into your account. Here you will be able to see your integrations as well. And here's where you connect your shop. You can see that I have Etsy and WooCommerce connected, and you can also click on connect shop. I'm not going to show you how to connect it right now because I don't have a Shopify shop, but you can add what's your Shopify URL. I use my Shopify domain or use a custom domain. If you add your domain here and you click continue, we're going to ask you, we will take you to Shopify and you will see a page where they're telling you what are you allowing Inventora to make in the system in order to make the connection. Once that is done, we have a lot of tutorial videos for each one of the integrations that you can watch for you to go step by step watching the video so you don't make any mistake in order to make this successful. Then you're going to have your billing information. And one, remember when I show you under sales that you can send some invoices, you are going to be able here to add the information that you want to show in those invoices. So your company name, your logo, address, phone number, your email, and the footer note that we saw that can be customized with each one of your invoices. And this is the last feature that I wanted to show. It's the numbering. So before this was in the system, yeah, the system pulled just numbers since you started using the system. But I know that you have been running, some of you have been running your business over 10 years or more years. So you already have a specific supply order number, batch number, and sales number that you need to keep track of. So you can start changing that here. And once you go and see if I put here just 100 or 1,000, you will be able to see that the next supply order, for example, is going to have this number. Okay, so I think that is the last thing that I wanted to show. I'm going to stop sharing my screen just for me to be able to see you guys again. But I think that's pretty much it. I don't know if anyone has questions. I'll be happy to walk you through that.
Yes, we do have some questions in the chat. I starred them so that we can come back to them. And so Siobhan wants to know, will it be with will you have Inventora with Fair since they are merging with Shopify?
Yes, actually, we don't have it there, but if you have Shopify connected, Inventora also pull fair sales as well.
Okay. Okay, so
Mhm.
Trina wants to know. Oh, well, she just had a comment. She says she just recently started binge watching all of your videos and saw
Oh,
this collab for tonight.
perfect. Love to hear that.
Linda wants to know, does this still work with made? Does this still work with made to order products as well?
Yes, for made to order products, I recommend you to choose the sync method, a stock level plus capacity. So we will be showing in your e-commerce shop the stock level that only the capacity number that I mentioned, right? So I think that one is a good feature for made to order products.
Got it. Okay, so we have another one in here. Is the pricing tool cost per candle built into the free version?
Yes.
Okay, and Jasmine wants to know, are there any plans to add a pricing calculator for wholesale and retail markups in the future?
Yes, we have that in the future. However, is I don't have a date for it, but we have it on plan.
And if we send invoices through Inventora, can we collect payment through it, or does it connect through our e-com platform or other arrangement?
Yeah, it connects through your e-commerce platform. So you can send the invoice through Inventora, but the payment can go with your e-commerce platform.
Got you. And then she also said that she wasn't able. Remember when you were showing the invoice, and you
Uh-huh.
said if you could see it, they were not able to see the invoice.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to show you?
Let me know in the chat. Do y'all need to see the invoice, or you guys basically understand? If not, let us know. Um,
Yeah, we have a
Siobhan,
tutorial video for that as well. So if you want to watch it.
okay. And Siobhan says, "How do I report candle inventory as a gift for giveaways?"
So you can add it as a product testing, or you can do an audit for it as well and say, I gave this amount or these pieces for a giveaway. That
And
could
that would be
be,
in the explanation, right? Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, so they do want to see
Oh, okay. So
it.
just that's fine. I'm going to show you. Give me a second.
And Sharon says, I made candles before I knew about Inventora. How do I adjust my inventory of materials if I haven't used the new materials?
Um, Let me read that again. I made candles before. How do I adjust? Um, I actually don't understand. Like, if you haven't used new materials,
So
but
I'm
you
thinking
already,
that she has, like, she made candles previously and she didn't take inventory in the beginning when everything was brand new. So maybe some of the inventory is used and she can't accurately measure it, maybe.
oh, okay, okay. So I think the best way to do it is for you to calculate or do numbers approximately and just add it like the estimate number into the system, if that makes sense.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So I'm like, I don't know if I explained it right, but that's how I read the question. So okay, so she said right.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to share my screen again so you guys can see how the invoice looks like. So like I said, you can add your logo, your business name, all your information, phone number, email, and you're going to be able to see the details of the sale, your billing address, your shipping, if it's unpaid or is it paid, it's going to show here, and the order summary. And the footer note is here. I love to put thank you for your purchase and create it with Inventora.
Now I have a question. When you said that you would be able to when you send out the invoice would be going to whatever platform you're on, right? Does it have a link that you can put onto the invoice?
No, so what I was saying is that the payment goes through your e-commerce platform, but the invoice, like I don't know if you guys saw, but you we give you the option to send it to your customer. So if you click on send it to customer, we're going to ask you, well, we already have the information of that customer in our system. So we're going to do it right away and they're going to receive it in their emails.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So we have another question here. Do we need to add these line items in our e-commerce platforms in addition to Inventora?
No, if you once you integrate Inventora with your shop, where you're going to have a page where we are going to ask you to match the products that you have in your e-commerce platform to the ones that you have in Inventora. So you're going to be able to just click a, click in a button there and say, okay, I want to match this product with this Inventora product and go through all the lists like that. And you won't need to do all over again in your e-commerce shop.
Well, that's good stuff. Good stuff, y'all. If you have any more questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I was writing down things as we were going along. Also, if you did something like, you do your just the holiday bundles and things like that. I did see that you said gift sets, and if it's not something you're going to have consistently, do you want to keep it in there? Should you delete it after you're done after the holidays? What should you do?
No, I recommend to keep it there because it's going to help you when tax season comes.
Yes.
So you're going to have all the reports of that specific date as well. So it doesn't hurt to have it there. And probably you can edit it or use it for next year as well. So I think it's good to keep it there.
Mhm. Now, is there like a storage limit, or you can add as much as you need to and add as many products as you need to?
No, in the free version, you have limited sales and productions that you can make. But for materials and products, it's unlimited for both plans.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. And does anybody have any other questions? Let me know in the chat. This was really, really good. Again, I think this is right on time for everybody because some people are, they've been in business for some time and
Mhm.
they don't really have a system in which they're, putting their inventory in. They don't really know how to keep up with it. And so they're losing money. And so this is really good so that they could actually be properly prepared again for the holiday season.
Yes, absolutely. And I better late than never. That's something that I will say. If you are already a established business, don't be afraid to do it. It doesn't matter. You can take it step by step. And we also have a good customer support. So if you have any questions or if you need assistance with something, or you have an entire list of materials and products, we can help you set that up for you to make the journey easy for you.
Oh, that's really good. And
Mhm.
also, do you suggest that I know you were saying if you have you can do the free version to add all of your inventory first, and then once you load everything in there, go on ahead and purchase the paid version, right?
Yes, if you are not sure if the system is going to be the best fit for you, I recommend to start with the free version, and you can transition to the paid plan, and all the information is going to be there. It's not going to be affected.
Mhm. That's good. And it also helps you to get used to the system before
Correct.
you don't want to say, "Oh, it's not working for me," but you never got to learn how to use the service at all. So that works
Hmm.
really good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was really, really good. Let me see. Okay, so we have some people who are just like me about the inventory. So Trina
Hmm.
says, "Oh, the coupon code is till November 1st."
Yes.
The coupon code is till November 1st. You see it right there on the screen. It's BBU Holiday. It's good for the monthly subscription and also for the yearly subscription. And it's the code is good forever. Even though it expires on November 1st, it is good forever for as long as you have the subscription plan. So whichever one you choose is going to be good until you decide to end it.
Correct.
Trina says, unfortunately, that was me. So she, you know, unsure with the inventory. And she said, I didn't notice you can go back for years. Okay, so this is that. We did the coupon code. Do you have a feature you can import the products and raw materials that into Inventora, or do you need to enter it manually?
No, you can, if you already have a CSV or a spreadsheet for your materials and products, you can upload that to the system.
Hmm. All right. So Sugar Orchid said, I suck at keeping track of production when I make. I just want to get to it. Yeah, we want to get to it till we look at the
Yeah.
end of the end of the year and we see where all the money went and you see how much you made and you're like, well, I don't remember having this amount come in. That's because you wasting it on buying things 2 and 3 times or emergency situations. Now you got to pay for high shipping because you need it quickly. So yes. All right, so this was amazing. I always appreciate when you come here. Please tell everybody how they can find you guys.
Yes, so you can find us on Instagram and Facebook as Inventora HQ. And also, we have a YouTube channel full of tutorial videos and educational content for small business owners like you. And it's Inventora HQ as well. And of course, our website it's inventora.com.
Mhm, mhm. And let me see, you guys. Let me know if there's anything you got to say. Let us know. And also, everybody, I want you to thank Delmith for coming in and showing you guys how to work the system. Plus, she kind of gave you a little touch up on if you were here before. She gave you you brush up on your skills so that you can get into it and just not be intimidated by it. Because I know a lot of the times we get intimidated by systems like this and we're like, oh my gosh, it's going to just take me forever to put this in. And just like Siobhan was saying, I've already started making candles, so I don't even know how much I have in this bottle. Now do I have to measure everything in every bottle? Do I got to take the wax out? Do I got to measure this? And it's something that we get like, never mind, I'm just not going to do it until it bites us. And
Yeah.
then at the end of the year we're like, I really should have did it.
Yes,
All right.
absolutely.
So everybody seems like they enjoyed it. So Yolanda says this was good. Jasmine says thank you. Lakeisha Keisha, we call her Lakeisha Keisha. She says thank you so much. This information was great. Awesome. Thank you again. So everybody is very happy that you were here. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh.
We appreciate you so much.
No, thank you so much for having me. I love to have these webinars with you guys. I really enjoy them. And I hope that this holiday season is successful for everyone. And please don't forget to start using Inventora. It's going to be a game changer.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Again, thank you so much. And you have an amazing night. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'll see you guys in the morning for coffee with Nikki at 9 a.m., your daily cup of information and inspiration. See you later, y'all. Bye.
Bye.